a series where you might think about making some adjustment in between, even after going up 1-0?
Yeah, I mean, you always, every series, every game, you make tweaks, you know. I mean, now when you talk about adjustments, like, you know, massive adjustments, that usually comes after a loss or, you know, something alarming. And so I think there will be tweaks for sure, but, you know, we generally feel pretty good about our game plan, about how we're playing, but we do have some things to clean up for sure.
It looked notable when they went two centers. They did obviously get a ton of rebounds, but they didn't. They were -5, I think, with the two centers. Did you feel like you guys did fine against that alignment?
Yeah, we did okay. I mean, you know, I thought the theme of the game was that our defense was really good. They missed some shots that they'll probably make tomorrow. Some of those made shots, ironically, will offset the offensive boards. I mean, there were so many missed shots and long shots, long rebounds. And so, you know, we know they're going to rebound. They're going to get some offensive boards. We've got to do a better job in that area. But all in all, it's about being poised, executing, and keeping them from the easy stuff, you know, free throws, transition layups, all that stuff.
Do you guys have a boxing out clinic during practice and stuff?
No. We it really wasn't about boxing out. I thought most of the game we were battling. Guys were hitting bodies. I thought there were a few that we will point out that we didn't grab two hands on. Jimmy talked about it after the game the other night. He tried to tip the ball a couple times to a teammate instead of grabbing it. He had two hands on one where the ball, you know, ricocheted into the basket. So we will be better, you know, on the glass tomorrow for sure. But it's definitely something we have to be vigilant about throughout the series.
You were Quinten and Loon together for the first time. How'd you like the combination of them together?
Yeah, I mean, they've never played together, but playoffs sometimes dictate, you know, maybe a minute or two here. And we obviously did it to combat their two bigs. And we like it because Loon's our best rebounder and Quentin's one of our best shooters. So we're able to space the floor against them with those two big guys and you know, present a little bit more size. Actually, the most size we possibly can.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, this Quentin's three-point ability, you know, make you more comfortable using two bigs than typically you do.
Yeah. I mean, if you know, we're not going to do combinations that don't make sense. That combination actually makes sense. It's just that we never got around to it in the regular season for a good reason. I mean, we never had to. So it's not something we're going to do, you know, for 10, 12 minutes. It would be a minute or two, but we feel fine about that.
Could the rebounding concerns prompt any tweak in rotation in terms of maybe Guy or Jonathan, guys who are good rebounders?
Yeah, Guy. I thought Guy came in, and I thought where I made a mistake, honestly. You know, we were rolling in that third quarter, and I kept Jimmy out there because we were rolling, and I thought I played him too much in the second half. So I definitely need to look at the rotations and make sure that we're getting guys the rest they need, making sure we're bringing in, you know, fresh bodies like you're saying, and you know, be able to really play with a lot of intensity.
What minute total do you want? What minute total do you want Jimmy at?
I think Jimmy's fine playing 40, 42 minutes. Like, he's different. There's a handful of guys in this league who can play 42 minutes and not really affect them. So I think Jimmy's fine playing 40, 42 minutes.
Steph at 40 in the entire fourth quarter.
It's a little much, but you know, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I think by shortcutting the rotation in the third quarter, and then they started going on that run, it forced my hand to start Steph in the fourth, and I think if I had handled the rotation a little better mid-third, I think we would have been able to give Steph a little more.
You had to take Jimmy out to start.
Yeah, exactly.
In terms of getting greedy for a team that takes game one, how tough is that, and what type of fight do you expect from the Rockets team coming in?
Oh, there's going to be a fight. We know that. I mean, hopefully not literally, but figuratively. You know, they're tough physical, defensive-minded team, great team. They're bringing it, and we've been through this for many years. This will be the most force that we will face in this series right from the beginning, because we know that they need to win this game.
What do you think of the way they defended Steph and how it seemed like he was getting to the rim on back cuts a lot.
Seemed like he was what?
Getting to the rim on kind of like back cutting some of their pressure.
Yeah. Well, we talk about that. You can't fight pressure. You have to go away from pressure. It's an old Tex Winter line. If people are going to be, all over you, you have to make back cuts. Not just Steph, everybody, just to loosen up the pressure, and then we need to get the ball swung. And I thought our spacing in the third quarter broke down, and that was something that we need to do better, because if you have spacing, then that opens up those back cuts to loosen up the pressure.
Attacking the offensive glass like that is the counter to get in transition the other way to make them pay for it, or is it just we got to grab the ball?
Yeah, if they're going to crash 5 and we can rebound, they're very vulnerable in transition, and I think we outscored them 16-4 or something in transition. So it's a big deal. Like, can we get the ball? But we also can't be in a hurry. The old John Wooden line, "Be quick, don't hurry." It really applies, because we had a couple of plays where we got a rebound and we made a careless pass or a quick pass that was hurried and rushed, and became a turnover. So you just have to be poised, but we want to run. I think we're fine in the half court, but we want to run and get easy baskets if we can.
What is you said going home to 4 fast break points last game? What was kind of the key to keeping them out of the open court?
11 turnovers, 3 shot clock violations. Those are almost not even turnovers when you're talking about trying to keep them from scoring easy buckets. So 11 is a great number against a great defensive team. So that's why this whole series really, to me, is about the possession game. They're gonna attack the glass, but if we can win the turnover battle, that gives us a good chance.
On a separate note, I was told that Kelvin Sampson dropped by the other day. On a separate note, I was told Kelvin Sampson from the Cougars dropped by the other day. What's your relationship with him, and just how impressive has he done here at Innovation?
Well, Kelvin was the coach at Washington State when I was playing at Arizona. He was 31 years old and a young coach, and so I've met him several times over the years. We've practiced at University of Houston many times over the years, and so we've run into each other, a lot of mutual respect. I just am so impressed with the culture he's built at Houston. That team has an identity. They've had so much success, Coach Sampson told me that Lute Olson was one of his mentors. That he learned about culture and building an identity from Coach Olson and a few other coaches. And so we had that discussion about our old Pac-10 days, and that was fun. But huge respect for Kelvin.
You mentioned Jimmy's sort of built for playing 40. After practice, he's okay today. Practice, he looks strong as ever.
Yeah, just freak of nature.
Yeah.